What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Simple Sports Hub, man, where we talk all things Washington Commanders football. Hey, man, week one is in the books. Our Washington Commanders took belt to ass to the New York Giants 21-6. Should have been more, but let's talk about it. All right, everybody, man. Week one is in the books. Shout out to my guy who gave your boy the new chain, man. Your man had this that real shit. Y'all hear that right there? This that real chain right here, man. And then we repping. Y'all already know, man. We got rep Sean Taylor, man. Hey, y'all already know how we do, man. Here we go, Sean Taylor. Shout out to my guy, man. That pulled up the chain for me. You know what I'm saying? Had that thing in the mail, ready for week one. But before we get into the post-game reaction, my thoughts about the game, make sure y'all hit that like button. Also, subscribe up to the channel. We on this grind at 800 subscribers. And also, man, turn on them alerts, man, so y'all can be known when your boy Simba drops a video. And y'all can come in, drop a comment, tell me how you guys feel, man. So, let's get into it. Let's unpack it, man. First, y'all already know, man, we're going to recap the box score, man. We're going to look at the stats a little bit. And then we're going to jump over to the Twitter page where I can I pulled a little bit of something there, but this is all off the dome. Your boy was boots on ground. I lost my goddamn voice in the fucking first quarter. I was so fucking hyped about, our Washington Commanders taking the field, man, and being there and locking in with the team, seeing the team warm up. Me and my pops was, we was locked in ready. And then the fans, you know what I'm saying? Us as the fans, man, we turned up. Your boy moved over to a new seat, a new section in the stadium, being a season ticket holder. And they showed me nothing but love. So shout out to the 303 section, man, in the Northwest Stadium, man. Y'all showed me and my pops a lot of love. Y'all might make me want to actually come to some more games this season, man, because it was lit. That home team side is different, y'all. I'm just going to be telling y'all right now. I sat on the away side. Mind you, I was in the corner of the red zone, the end zone, but it's nothing like sitting on that home team side, man. The love was there. The fans was turned up. I'm just super excited, man. I vlogged me getting ready, vlogged me unveiling the chains, showing my OG dad's walking, stomping shoes. So that video gonna come out maybe Tuesday or something like that. So y'all stay tuned for the first vlog of me going to Northwest Stadium for week one. All right, so let's get into the game. So I apologize if y'all hear me, take care of my let's we always start with the offense. We're gonna break down how I view what I thought about the offense, and I'm just gonna start by saying this before we go into it. We see Jaden Daniels was 19 for 30. He had 233 yards. He averaged about 7 yards a pass, 1 touchdown. He was sacked 3 times. QBR was a 55, and then the rating, was a 98. And then we saw but I don't know how I'm gonna really break this down, but how I want to talk about the game just because I was there, boots on ground. I wanted to record a lot of the action, but it was just like I'm so tuned into the game, like it's hard to record and then actually still follow the play. And I was just like, all right, fuck it. I'm just not gonna record anything, man. I'm just gonna react and I'm gonna just tell y'all how I fucking reacted when we scored touchdowns. And as we came out, man, the first touchdown, it was starting off the game. You could just tell that the offense was still trying to. It was some chemistry still being built, or we was a little rusty. We didn't play our best offensive game by far. I heard Jaden Daniels speak to it at the end of the post game, talking to Tom Brady. We did not play our best game on the offense. 21 points. I feel like we left some points, off on the field. We had some penalties that kind of like throughout the game that just like, man, we have a big play or a decent play, and that should have get called back to we'll be 2nd and 5, and then we'll have a holding call, or we'll have something that goes on, man, and it's just like you can just tell that we had to knock the rust off a little bit. So I'm not going to put too much on the offense, man. Hopefully, we got a short week. Hopefully we can get back into the, film room and get back on the practice field and we can kind of clean some of that stuff up. I'm just going, quite frankly, and it's not just the offense, but penalties hurt us. Penalties definitely hurt us this game. And but I'm not going to put too much onto it because guess what? It was week one. We didn't see a lot from our starters on the defense and offensive side. So I'm gonna give them a little grace. But we got a tough ass team coming up Thursday, man, when we go up to Lambeau Field, man, when we play against them Packers. So we gotta clean up a lot of those penalties. But offense, Jaden Daniels, man, he missed some throws. And then we had some drop passes. Zach Ertz dropped the pass, but he made up for it back down the red zone. He ran that 32 slim. He ran that 32, baby. If y'all know about the 32 route tree, you know what I'm saying, the combo routes, that's a beautiful thing. Simply start outside, cut it back in. Terry ran off the linebacker and created that window for JD to zip that motherfucker right in there for a TD. And that was our first touchdown, man. And that kind of like got the juices going. But again, we were still messing up with certain penalties, man. And I want to give a shout out to JD. He admitted that he didn't have his best game, that he missed some throws and things like that. All I can hope is that he bounced back, on Thursday. We got a short week, so we got a short week and then we got a long week. I don't like this. I don't like it. But anywho, man, shout out to our rookie 7th round pick, number 22, number 22, Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt, Lil Bill, aka Lil Bill. 10 carries, 82 yards, and he found the end zone for his first NFL touchdown, man. And I'm trying to tell you, man, if you was there at the game and you heard the stadium, you would have thought that was like the Super Bowl run and win like type of reaction. But the fans, like we all went wild, man, for Lil Bill to have his first NFL touchdown. So shout out to him. Great pull blocking by Laramie Tunsil. Great pull by I think that was Brandon Coleman also that pulled on that one, but I'm not 100% sure. But it is what it is. That was a phenomenal run. That was a good game by Bill. Jaden Daniels, of course, man, 11 carries. I do not like him having 11 carries, but it is what it is. I know a lot of people was kind of concerned during pregame, and we saw like a video that was going through Twitter of C-Rod jersey not being up in his locker room, and then it came out with his pops, kind of putting out a tweet saying that, pretty much he wasn't playing, so he was inactive today. I kind of understand it now, thinking about like we've got to remember that we still got 4 running backs, even though we only dressed 3. We got 5 running backs now. Jaden Daniels, as you can see, 11 carries, 68 yards. He averaged 6 yards a carry. Even Lil Bill averaging 8. We had 4.3 yards a carry. 6.3 yards a carry. And then Debo, who had a good ass game, man. It seemed like that Jaden Daniels and Debo Samuel's connection, like that chemistry that was being built during the training camp, is there. Yesterday missed a couple passes. He did. Debo dropped 2 actually. And I don't make no excuses for the receivers. If it touch your hands, you gotta catch it. But shout out to Debo, man. 7 catches, 77 yards. But that run, man, that run kind of sealed the deal for our offense. And it was a great pull by Laramie Tunsil. Great lead block by John Bates. And you just seen the flavor of offense, man. Cliff Kingsbury, man, that him calling plays, it's going to be a lot of misdirections. It's going to be a lot of motions. We saw Debo motion behind the back of the line, behind the quarterback and running back. And they ran that about 3 times. And then they had like 3 different variation plays. They handed off one time inside to the running back. JD kept it a few times. And then they threw it one time to Debo Samuels. And then that final one, which I think that was that Cliff was like locked in, like, hey, it's that time now to actually run that toss or run that stretch play. And we scored off of it. That was a hell of a run by Fat Man. They say Fat Man. I'm not gonna call you Fat Man, Debo. You just a South Carolina kid, man. There's Paul's built like a receiver / running back / fullback and tight end. But hey, man, it was a great ass run. He found the seam. He ran tough, and he scored the touchdown, man. And that was on our side of the goal of the field inside the stadium. So we all turned up right then and there. Again, like I said, I almost lost my voice. So if it do sound a little bear with me. I'm trying to fight through this. But Chris Moore actually, man, surprised us with a hell of a catch on a rollout by JD. One catch for 34 yards. And he caught it. So I got to lay off of Chris Moore for a little bit. But again, I'm still skeptical because his hands is a little shaky. Austin Eckler, man, had a bad penalty. Bad penalty. I'm be honest with you. Had a bad penalty, but then came right back, man. That's called staying locked in. You fuck up, you get a penalty. You don't just check out. You don't check out from the game. You don't check out from the next play. It looked like my man was like, nah, fuck that Cliff. Give me the rock, man. I got to make up for that penalty. And my man had a hell of a run that got that, you know what? It was like 2nd and 20 or 2nd and 15 or something like that. He got all that yardage back and a first down off of a run or a pass. I can't remember if it was a run or a pass. But shout out to Austin Eckler, man. He had a good game. Who else we got? Noah Brown came in, had a few catches and a few targets. Terry McLaurin, it looked like he was more on a pitch count. It seemed like he was more on a snap count. I said pitch count. It's not baseball. My bad. He was more on a snap count. But he made do with the 4 targets. He was 2 for 4. 2 catches, 27 yards. I think you're going to see more of him as the week going, especially going into the short week. We'll see a lot more of him. Jalen Lane, man, he had a key drop as well. You kind of would hope that as a rookie guy that you kind of make a name for yourself. And that pass, yeah, it was slightly behind him, but we always say, man, the wide receiver gets paid to make tough catches. So I'm not giving him an excuse. Yeah, it was a bad pass, but that's your job. Your job is to catch the ball at all kind of, quirks and all that. You got to turn your body. You got to go low. You got to jump high. You got to put your body at risk. And he dropped it, but it's all good. He had 1 catch, 11 yards for that catch. So shout out to him. Ja'Cory, man, it was a beautiful screen setup. And he had a target, man. I don't know if JD is still, again, the way that he jumped to try to catch it, it looked like it was probably outside of his catch radius, I would say. But he dropped it. I expect that to come back this week because with the Packers pass rush and how fast they get up, they push up, we're going to play a lot of short game against the Packers. All right. Now, getting on to my favorite side of the football, I want to say this. This was the best defense I've seen. Even though, yes, this is the first one, this is week 1, but our defense played phenomenal football. Did we give up catches? Yes. Did we have moments where we had bad penalties? Yes. Was some of that shit caused by the New York Giants refs that they brought down from New York to come and call some of that bullshit that was being called on the field? Yes. Also, being at the game, you don't get the same look that you would get watching it at home on the TV. So a lot of those calls, I will say this, the hands to the face at the end on 4th down where Zach Wilson, where Russell Wilson threw the duck ball and got hit in the face by Bobby Wag, that was hands to the face. I know we may not like it as fans, but fair is fair. I think we missed one. They missed one earlier in the game. He had another hands to the face that probably could have been called. But we just got to know mentally, man, we cannot touch anywhere around this area. Chest up, man. You cannot touch a quarterback, man. They're going to call that shit 10 times out of 10. And that negated a hell of a pick. I mean, well, it was a pop fly that Quan Martin had to go and retrieve. But getting on to the defense, man. Oh, but before we get into the defense, Josh Connolly, man, I got to give you a round of applause. Josh Connolly had a hell of a game going up against what we were told to be an elite pass rush, that they was going to attack Josh Connolly Jr. because he's a rookie. And don't get me wrong, did Brian Burns get him a couple times? Yes, he did. But that happens in a game. Larry Tunsil gave up a pass rush. But it happens. Yes, did we have to start putting tight ends and running backs out there to chip those guys? We did, but that's part of, they got a legit defensive line and pass rush. But that didn't stop us. Josh Connolly played a phenomenal game. I'm not going to take nothing away from the rookie. And you can only get better by that. This game last night, today, not last night, today, Josh Connolly had to have learned from that. He had to have said, whew, Yeah, hey Slim, it's real up here on this level, and I appreciate going up against this type of talent week one because it ain't gonna get no easier as the weeks go on. He gonna have to face more pass rushes again. He got to face Michael Parsons, who got his first sack with the Green Bay Packers today. He gonna have to see him, and I guarantee you that the Packers are going to rush at Josh Connolly with Micah a lot. And Rashawn Gary, he's not no slouch either, right? But shout out to Josh Connolly. You know, he had an amazing game. And I see a bright future for Josh playing right tackle for us. All right, now to the defense. Shout out to Bobby Wag, who is just a tackling fucking machine, man. Shout out to Bobby Wag. So my standouts on offense. Let me go back. Standouts on offense. Ja'Cory stood out to me. Debo had a phenomenal game. Zach Ertz made up, and he scored a touchdown. But mainly it's going to be Lil Bill and Debo and Jaden Daniels, who really stood out to me on the offense. So I'm giving them their flowers. And the whole offensive line. We did a great job protecting JD, and we seen some run game. I've never seen us run up an A-gap last year. I never seen it. I never seen a hole open, and we saw Lil Bill run straight through a hole. I'm like, God damn, Slim. I don't even know what that. I didn't even know what that looked like. That excited me a little bit. Not that way, no diddy. All right, sorry. All right, now we're back on the defense. I'm sorry, man. It was so much to unpack. I should have took notes, wrote notes down, but I was in the moment. I was living in the moment of being in the stadium. Shout out to Bobby Wagner. Shout out to Quan Martin, Will Hurst. My key standouts before we get into the defense. Yes, we did have outside of that penalty that could have, kept the team. We shut them out from scoring a touchdown, but we allowed 6 points, 2 field goals. And I felt like one of them shouldn't have been a field goal because we got a penalty that gave them a first down and gave them a field goal, put them back in field goal, position. Deron Payne, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I know a lot of people talking about Kinlaw, Will Harris, and both of those guys had a phenomenal game too. But let me say something about Deron Payne real quick. Slim turned it up to a whole nother level today. I don't know what got into Slim. He could have very well had 2 sacks today. But he had pass deflections. He was good on the run fit. And he had the bat down and then the sack. Like, the dude played a phenomenal game. So I'm gonna give a shout out to him. Bobby Wagner was also phenomenal, man, from a run stop. We know that he is a Hall of Fame run stopping linebacker. We just gonna call it is what it is. Shout out to Bobby Wagner. He came to play. He was ready. He didn't miss a beat. Will Hurst. Shout out to Will Hurst too. Had a phenomenal game, man. It definitely gave like we aren't going to miss much from losing Jeremy Chin to the Oakland Raiders. It definitely gave off that vibe that he's ready to play. He can play the slot. He can go and play. He can play in the box. He can go play over top if need be. And having him on the team when we got, Marshawn Lattimore, Trey outside, Mike Sanders still on the inside, and now bringing him down to the box, that freed up Frankie Louvu to be able to do a lot more pass rushing and still having coverage on the back end to hold up. We did a great job of holding up on the back end of the defense. I'm just gonna call it out there. We did a phenomenal job. So shout out to the DB crew. The linebackers, and then also shout out to our pass rush back committee, man. Dietrich Wise had a phenomenal game. Great on stopping the run. Great on having some making Russell Wilson be uncomfortable. He had a couple of QB hits on him. So I say 1, but I think I saw 1 or 2. Javon Kinlaw, I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna say it. I don't know what the fuck Jonathan Allen thought or was doing last year, but it damn sure didn't come off. It didn't show on the film like Javon Kinlaw, man. On the first play down in the red zone, Slim jumped and beat the run block, and affected the run like so. I haven't seen Jonathan Allen do that in the years that he gave us. Nothing against Jonathan Allen. Thank you for what you stuck through and had to endure with our previous regime. But my guy, I never saw you do it, Slim. I just never saw you play like a Javon Kinlaw. I know a lot of people was head scratching that wasn't fans, And some Woods fans like, man, why we get Javon Kinlaw? Who is he? But the dude stood out, bruh. The dude stood out. The dude had tackle for loss. He was in on a lot of run plays. And it's just exciting to see that we got a guy now that can really stop that interior run. You get what I'm saying? Like, we got somebody there. Johnny Newton had a couple of plays. Dorrance Armstrong. I'm gonna go ahead and give him an applause. Dorrance Armstrong played a phenomenal game too, man. Shout out to Dorrance. Played a hell of a game. Not gonna take nothing away from you. Who else? Marshawn Lattimore. He played a good game. Did he give up some passes? Yes, every DB is. I'm being overly critical of him because I've seen the Pro Bowl Marshawn Lattimore and all pro cornerback Marshawn Lattimore, and I just wanted to see that again. I just wanted to see it again. He did give up a pass to Malik Neighbors on a slant, and that's cool. He didn't allow him to get over top. I take that. And then when they did try him over top, he made a hell of a play. So shout out to Marshawn Lattimore. He played a hell of a game. Now, Trey. Trey, from a pass coverage perspective. Shout out to Trey. But we're not. I'm gonna call it out. I'm sorry. I gotta call this one out. Trey got his ass ran over by the other rookie running back for the New York Giants. Skeetaboo, whatever. Skeetaboo Slim lowered that motherfucking boomstick on Trey, man. I give you credit for not ducking no wreck. You didn't duck no wreck at all. You stuck your nose in there. You lowered your pad level. It just didn't work out for you, my guy. But you slowed them up and you let the guys come and rally. But from a DB perspective, covering Malik Neighbors, you had a great. That was the first time I ever seen the cornerback. I seen a cornerback for our team outside of Marshawn turn around and try to locate the ball and disrupt Malik Neighbors, and it was a pass breakup. But I appreciate it because when we put Noah out there. We saw that, but gladly they didn't call a pass interference. But shout out to Trey, shout out to Noah, man. Also, let me go ahead and give a shout out to Mike Sanders still too, man, because for that dude to be 5'7", 5'8", 5'9", and not a big style cornerback, Slim ain't ducking nothing from a run perspective, bro. Slim will stick his nose in there, his helmet in there, and try to make a play. But the play for me on defense, I wish it was called a fumble, but Jeremy Reeves, man. Shout out to Jeremy. Shout out to Jeremy Reeves, man, because I'm going to tell you right now, that hit on Tracy was like one of those, ooh, and everybody erupted like, oh my God, like that's a fumble. Like, I thought it was a fumble, but, we already know, like, you got to make a football move, and when it was like a bang-bang play. Caught it, turned, and Jeremy Reeves ran right into Slim. Put helmet on football. Phenomenal play. He came in and played some good snaps for us. Shout out to Jeremy Reeves, man. Man, all right out baller, Slim. He's our special teams guy, and when his number is called to step in on that defensive field, he's there to play, and he's there to let y'all know that I'm physical. I'm gonna try to knock you in the dirt. I can't say it because it's YouTube. But yeah, y'all already know what I'm getting at. That's what it was, man. So if I had to, let's give a grade real quick, and then we're gonna do a quick recap of some of the stuff I found on Twitter. But I'm gonna do another video where I'm just gonna react to the film and just kind of go over some of the plays and just react to it like that. But if I had to give an offensive grade, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I get him a C-. The penalties hurt us too bad. Before I get into the grade of the defense, I'm going to give him a C-. Even though we still put up 21 points, it could have been better. Yes, I'm holding our offense to a higher standard because I've seen us play better. So, yes, I'm going to give them a C- because I know that they can give us better. We should have very well had 30-plus points. I'm going to be honest with y'all. Y'all can tell me. Y'all drop me in the y'all can drop in the comments if y'all tell me I'm wrong. I'm cool with that. But I hold our offense up to a higher standard. We should have very well had 30-plus points against these boys. I'm just being honest. we shot ourselves in the foot so much. We could have had 30. But shout out to the New York Giant refs because some of the shit, and again, I'm only speaking from being at the game, not seeing the full play develop and some of these flags that was thrown. But man, I just feel like we got cheated with the Noah Brown. Not cheated, but it was a bad call. I saw Noah Brown look at the refs. I feel like, hey, yo, if he's not lined up properly, you at least got to say, hey, 85, you're not on. Or 85, you need to step up. It gave no, I didn't see nothing from the ref that made it seem like, hey, it looked like he was good. And I feel like if I'm a receiver and I look at you and I go here and you don't give me a look or a nod or a, hey, let you good money or a thumbs up back, like, what am I supposed to do? And that kind of, hurt us. That gave us a bad penalty. But it is what it is, man. I'm going to give the ref grace as well. It was week 1 for them too. But it always seemed like when we play against these fucking New York Giants, the refs come up with some of these fucking calls, man, that kind of stops our progress. So, yes, even though we kind of shot ourselves in the foot sometimes and, the refs didn't help us out with some of their calls, I'm still giving us a C on offense, and I expect better from us. So that's why I'm giving us a C minus. Now to the defense, because we had penalties on the defensive side too. I'm going to give our defense a B plus, because I feel like those penalties, we cleaned up those penalties. They could have very well been an A. I could have given them a grade A, but I'm going to give them a grade B. But I expect better from us from a penalty standpoint. I think we had, let's go see, how many penalties did we have? Team stats, real quick. I think we had, 12 penalties for 89 yards? Yeah, we can't have that, man. And the fact that we put up 21 points and the New York Giants had the time of possession on their side, yeah, that says a lot about our team. This is why I give our offense a C, because I feel like we could have converted more. And, let me talk about this real quick. Y'all saw the 4th and 2, and we didn't go for it. We was right there at the 50, and we punted the ball. I'm like, when did we start not going for it on 4th down? 4th and 2 is our sweet spot. That's good. That's good money. But we punted it. I guess the defense was defensing. So I guess it was like, we could trust in our defense to get a stop. And they did. They did get us a stop, or did they drive down the field? I can't remember. But shout out to the offense and defense, man. Let's clean up the penalties, man, and get ready and suited and booted. All right, let's check out a little bit quick reactions to what we saw. Here go our rookie. Let's start it back. Bounce that thing outside. Yes, sir. I'm sorry. Good pull block. But that was Coleman. Hey, for his first one. Shout out to the Rook, man. I love to see it, man. I love it. Our future running back, y'all. It's a 7th round pick doing that. Let's hear a little bit of what Bill had to say.
So, Bill, you dream of this moment, your first regular season NFL game, you scored your first touchdown. What was this whole day like for you?
This whole day was amazing, just being able to be on the field with my teammates. I waited a long time for this, and I just want to give these guys thanks for just pushing me and believing in me.
Scoring your first NFL touchdown, looks like you forgot the ball again, but what was that moment like?
Yeah, I forgot the ball again. I told myself, when I score, I'm going to make sure I keep my football, and I think the excitement just take over, and I just end up dropping it. But Terry ended up finding the ball and just giving it to me.
Shout out to Terry McLaurin, man. Shout out to Bill, my man, dropped the ball again. But that's expected, right? Your first one, the emotions takes over, and you just kind of like, man, hey, I got to figure out what dance I'm going to do. I got to celebrate with the mob. I ain't thinking about no football. You know what I'm saying? That's probably like the last of his thoughts. And let's see what Terry had to say.
Man, I was just really enjoying the moment, being present, being back out here with my teammates, having the business side in rearview mirror is just it gives me a lot more peace that I can just move forward and enjoy football and be present in this season with these guys. And I just want to be the best player and leader I could be for them, and just the embrace that I get from these fans is it makes me a little emotional when I got out there. So I was trying not to tear up, but to see 2019 come in the league, you know, there were so many empty seats, and to see it's packed week one, see people chant your name and your teammates are like, hey, man, you get a lot of love around here. So I just always try to give my heart to this city and this fan base and the teams, good or bad, and I'm going to continue to do that. So to have that embrace the first week of the season was unbelievable.
My bad, y'all. But I will say this, man. Being at the game when he came out and he was warming up with the receivers and all that, you heard it, Terry, and then every time he like ran onto the field, we was chanting for my man Terry, man. Shout out to Terry getting the deal done, you know, being, you know, locking in with the mob. And here's is this yeah, man? I like it was nighttime, so I don't know. The marching band was marching. Yeah. It was lit. It was lit. All right, here we go. Josh Connolly Jr., first debut, NFL. Had 1 pressure, 1 sack, no QB hits. 81.3 pass pro effectiveness grade. Pretty good for the. Like I said, man, he going up against one good, decent pass rushing Brian Burns. And he got him maybe once or twice. One turned into a sack. The other one turned into JD having to get up out of there. It had to, you know, scramble to make shit happen. But I'll take that, man. For this type of game, this type of stat line, I'll take that out of a rookie because that's only going to make my guy better. Shout out to Josh Connolly, man. And here go the fun take for tonight. If y'all, hey, here we go, man. Look at what's going on over here in New York. Elite neighbor saying, fuck all that, Slim. I'm trying to get the fuck up out of here. Look, I ain't even dapping my man up. Nah, Slim, don't dap me up. He pretty much said, I'm going to tell y'all what he said. Like, I heard him yell it on the field. Hey, JD Flash, Slim, hey, man, make sure Debo pass me that number 1 when I come on over there. I'm trying to run with y'all niggas. I'm joking. He didn't say that. I didn't hear that. I didn't see him sign language that or nothing. But again, man, thank y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all for, supporting the channel, man. Week 1 is in the books. Our Commanders put belt to ass to the New York Giants, 21-6. It might be another broom pulled out on these boys. But y'all let me know what y'all think in the comment section, man. How y'all felt about week 1. I'm about to go drink some tea and get my vocals ready because I got to go to work tomorrow. I got to be in the office. I'll catch y'all in the next one, baby. Raise hell. Take command. We out of here, baby.